electrified mobility is playing a more important role.
Is it more important than, say, for instance, autonomous vehicles or the likes? Which one comes more important for you guys?
I think electrified mobility is the first step. Autonomous vehicles, yes, it's in the pipeline. There's a lot of areas that needs to be ironed out. But in the near future, definitely electrified mobility. Like in an industry that's growing, that's new. Like if I talk about electromobility, that's very new. Like you want to start seeing everything, all the new things immediately when a lot of the infrastructure is not in place, or we're still working on the infrastructure. And, there's not, like if you ask me what's a set number of how many charging stations you have before you can introduce cars, like I can't.
Yeah, difficult lah.
I can't tell you. But if you don't start now and you don't try it out, like you'd never know. And if you're living in Kuala Lumpur, all you need is a charging station at work or at home,
and
that's it. You may need a charging station in the interim in the
but
mall.
But the requirements of an infrastructure of an industry, I mean, people have other things to do, right? I mean, the doctors, bankers, they are, or whatever, right? They're not in this the whole time, like like yourself or like other industry players like this.
But at the same time, this misperception is the one that this idea of this misperception is the one that is actually making everyone go, you know what? Hang on, like I don't.
So they have wrong expectations.
Because like visually, I need to see it at every corner.
Do you think that the impatience comes from every party, or you think that the government is actually quite understandable in terms of the timeline needed to make this work, and then the entrepreneurs themselves, they find it, I need 5 years of runway before I can gain profitability? Do they understand the expectations that is needed out of them?
I think the government is fully aware. I think I'm talking about the automotive industry in general. I think the expertise in the automotive industry, they're really in the know. They know that. Which is why if you look at NEP 2020, it's not a policy for today. It's something for the future, because it already underlines the ambitions from there. And it is not tomorrow they will get a fully autonomous car. But then you know that until that point that it comes, you will have several levels of that. And that policy actually covers that. Yeah. It's not in the detail like, what's going to happen next, which is actually a lot of the commentary that came out when the policy was first introduced. But what a lot of people didn't understand was the framework. There's an ambition to it. There's a plan at every stage of how this is going to happen. And at the recent Geneva Motor Show, we already showcased the i4 concept vehicle, which is a sedan, which is capable of driving 600 kilometers fully charged. And that's like next level. That's a next level electrified vehicle already.
Yeah, right now I think the average is about 200
fix
to
the
300.
battery.
Oh, no. The average for our i3 S is about 300 kilometers.
That's a quantum leap, dude.
Yeah.
So what you do?
Well, it's all in battery technology.
This is a MARii podcast.